official Three Stooge ambassador, Andy P.
And I am your modern-day Mo and one of the co-hosts of Stooge Talk Live, Cricky D. And between us is this moron.
I'm just little Curly G, the youngest grandson of Curly Howard from the Three Stooges. That guy.
Right.
Yeah, certainly.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
That proves it.
Hey, I do that.
Oh.
That proves it, too.
No, this proves it, too. Oh. What a moron.
Step aside.
Wait, so we are back with Stooges Watching Stooges, the official Three Stooges watch-along.
We got a title. We got a title.
I just kind of made that up in the spot. In the
Stooges
moment.
watches Stooges.
That was somebody
Great.
else's idea, but
That's good.
But now I put it together.
You put the watch thing with it.
Yes.
It was like a tidal wave.
You're welcome. It just came to me in the moment.
You know, this is really fascinating. Could we watch a short?
Yeah, can you recede?
You receive.
Oh. Ah, why does my neck hurt so much?
Here, let me crack it for you.
All right, so we're watching the 10th Columbia Three Stooges short, the absolute classic Hoi Poloi.
Oh,
mean, seriously. There's not much to say before we start. We're just going to get jumping in. But this was the short that we did the very first episode of the Three Stooges in a Fast Lane on the Three Stooges Plus channel, where we do a real deep dive into this short.
So check that out.
Yeah, so check that out.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah.
That's why now we have like 4 or 5, right? Because of that one. That's
I guess
that's
every time we do a new one of these, there's new discoveries to be made. But this one, Hoi Poloi,
the best.
This is the 10th.
Yeah.
And yet, to me, this is the thesis behind the Stooges. This is the Stooges stepping up into a higher class and bringing them down.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
And that's what they do.
And of course, so the last short we watched was Pardon My Scotch, which is the first time that Stooges get introduced into like high society and have to go to a party.
Right.
But this is the
ultimate,
climax of it. Yeah,
this is great.
Yeah,
you guys are gonna love this.
And
I've seen it for a
they
while.
do repeat it after this in a couple shorts, but nothing
You
compared.
kind of wonder if that happened in production on Pardon My Scotch. If they went, you know, what if we just...
So actually, and maybe it was after they had watched it, but this idea came from Helen Howard, Mo Howard's wife. And this was her idea, and I think it was from reading Pygmalion, right? And thinking, this is perfect for the Stooges. And she was offered, well, you can either get credit or you get paid. And I think the pay was $50. I could be wrong. And she said, give me the money. So she's not credited with it, but Felix Adler is credited with the screenplay. But it was Mo's wife's idea, and it was brilliant because it is absolute classic Stooges.
We love you for that, Helen.
So today should be credited with story by.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go.
Let's do it.
Woo! What a date.
Another one of my favorites.
Here we go.
Another favorite that...
Curl is still spelled wrong.
Oh, it's okay.
My speaker's not great. Hoi Poloi, look at that trash. Yeah. I love they stopped doing this in a couple more shorts where they had these little drawings right in the openings. I miss them. Del Lord.
Del Lord, the great,
the best.
the great Del Lord.
This is from August 29th, 1935. This was released and shot May 2nd through 6th, 1935. 3 years before my mom was born. That's a good call.
Heredity is the backbone of social life.
I say environment.
Bah, heredity.
I'll wager you $10,000 that I can take a man from the lowest strata of life and with 3 months' time, with environment, make him a gentleman.
Well,
Pygmalion.
of course, there are exceptions.
I never picked up on how simple this set was right in the beginning.
It looks like the Casablanca Captain American set.
At least that opening shot. Here we go. This is Larchmont Village. Those some of the buildings in the background, I fell off, they're still there.
I gotta get that hat.
This is just Stooges at their lowest. If you look, you can see the Hollywood Land sign right there in the background.
Nice.
Yep, this is Hollywood Land. Those lampposts are not there anymore. They're different.
We're just on the other side of that, by the way, where we're shooting.
Oh, right.
Hey, what are you doing over there?
Mo.
Stop that.
I love young Mo.
Do you realize you men are
Was he ever young?
Police.
Now listen, mister, listen. I can explain the whole thing.
Certainly.
You stay out of this.
Ooh.
And you too.
Doesn't even sound like sound effects. That sounds like a real slap.
That's just in case you do.
Also, Larry, I feel like Mo hit Larry hardest.
Right out of the rubbish can.
Well, he wasn't
I
blood.
forget what happened. If you men will promise to do something for me.
Okay, we'll do it. What is it?
Permit me to transform you men into gentlemen.
Oh, no.
Please, help! Please!
Break the old man's heart.
You know it'd break the old man's heart. But you got the drop on us.
It'll disgrace us for life.
great.
I won't be able to look like children.
I'm sure that's kind of true.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do it.
There's my car. Climb into it.
Okay.
God, you look at the Stooges, they're so natural on film. They're just natural. You look at them and they look funny.
And they're so short.
Yes, they are.
Uh-oh. I think that building,
That looks like the old,
I think that building.
Chaplin Chapel?
It looks like that, but that's not
That's
it.
not it?
Oh, boys, what did you do?
They're just
There you go.
hands.
What happened? You look canned up.
That wasn't a can. That was a bottle.
You're all canned up.
Gentlemen, are you ready for today's lesson in table etiquette?
Certainly.
You gotta get those suits.
Sure.
I love
Well,
Curly's
we'll,
outfit here. Sure. We kind of had you wear a similar outfit one of the Fastlane episodes.
Look at that face.
What does that look like? That's your grandfather,
That's amazing. He's so amazing.
Larry.
Larry with this knife.
What are you eating?
Beans?
Hey, you dropped one.
My beans.
My bean. Why does this never get old?
No.
What's Mo doing?
It's so funny.
He's having corn.
By the by, how is the Countess?
This is the best.
I said, how is the Countess?
Really rats him out.
No. Get it right, get it right. How can I get it right when he won't answer me?
I beg your pardon. How can I answer with my mouth full of food? Quite right.
Good.
Quite right.
Gramps, you did it. Oh, now and then he does
Say, you ain't
that.
got a toothpick on you, have you, bud?
Come in.
Oh, see
This is
the
some fancy crosswise, by the way.
Does the mouse see the cat? Yes, the dirty rat.
Oh. Proceed.
Oh, see the deer. Has the deer a little doe? Why, certainly. $2.
Another unique way. Mo really gives different ways to smack him and hit
2
him.
months. Listen, I have $10,000 at stake. Now, please, please, concentrate. Can you spell cat?
Certainly.
Spell it.
Cat. K-I-T-T-Y. Pussy.
Oh! Wow, with the book!
To become good dancers, you must follow me closely and do exactly as I do. Do you
Oh,
understand?
this is great.
Okay.
Now, this scene was reused
One,
in
two,
1941
three,
in The Sweet Pie and Pie.
1,
Really?
2,
Yeah.
3, dip. Now, can you do it?
It ain't the dipping, it's the counting that's got me.
Oh, never mind that. I'll count for you.
Like vertical
Come
and
on.
horizontal stripes.
1, 2, 3, dip. Oh. Come on. Now. 1, 2, 3, dip.
Get you. Leave him alone. I'm quitting.
The back one.
The back.
Put up your hands.
I gotta get that.
Oh,
You're quitting, eh? There. What's the matter? What's with him alone?
Oh, you get
I'm
that.
not dancing.
And it doesn't stop.
Hey, put your hand on your rear. Come.
Here's a dance that's most popular in society. You'll never go amiss doing this.
now this
Here
is
we
obviously
go.
one of the most popular scenes,
What
right?
I do. Ready?
Oh.
Well, get started.
Which is funny, because this is one
Now, Curly did the Curly Shuffle in the last one, but he's not doing it
Larry.
anymore.
Watch Larry. Nobody pays attention to
Oh.
Larry, but watch Larry.
You're right.
They're dan-
Watch Larry.
They're dancing like
Oh, these are-
Diane on Seinfeld.
Larry's wig so
Lame.
very strange.
I bet
Oh.
that this fountain.
You were at you did a whole thing at this fountain.
Yeah, this is an overgrown dog park, and there's no water in it anymore, but that statue's still there.
Yeah. You went without me.
awesome.
I was
Yeah.
in Abu Dhabi.
I invited you guys.
Huh?
I was in the short.
Look, there's all these beds, and they're sleeping in the same one.
Brothers.
Their hands are all together nice.
Gentlemen! 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 Spread! This is the day you're to make your debut in society. And it's up to you boys to prove that my experiment is correct. Professor Nichols is coming to the reception, and your behavior tonight will decide our wager. Please.
I think they rushed it.
Fail me.
Don't worry, Prof. It's in the sack.
Oh, because it's already at the end.
It's it's like they got to go to they got to go into the Poloi. They
Now
really
they-
only had 2 lessons.
Right, it's true. Now they would reuse this
Look at that.
idea for Curly's last short, Halfwit's
Remember
Holiday,
your etiquette.
and he had a stroke. Oh,
Ooh,
What's that?
they look good though.
We didn't do
Very,
nothing.
very dapper.
That's in case you do and I'm not around.
look at it, just
In case you
iconic.
don't
Look
have
at that.
another
The 3 haircuts make these guys so iconic.
Etc.
It was a stroker genius, I think.
I need a haircut.
They would also redo this with Joe Besser in Pies and Guys. Late 19.
Tonight I will prove to you that you have lost your wager.
We'll see.
Gentlemen, allow me to present Professor Nichols' 2 daughters.
Brother, can you spare a nickel?
Always the little clown.
Oh!
Now, Prof, I don't mean to misrepresentation to cast malar jurisdiction upon you by using such high influential language, but,
He means it's okay.
He did a lot less of that as he got older. That's a very Leo Gorcey thing, isn't it?
What's that?
Like to talk with that.
Oh, the
Kind of
high-
fancy
high-
language and-
ding-a-long, ding-a-long, ding-a-long,
Yeah.
ding.
nothing. Come here.
Harry. Oh, I love it. He takes
Off
Curly's
camera.
coat.
Pump.
Yeah.
Oh, he's wearing Curly's coat.
This is Del Lord who directed this. Really knows how to. Like, this is brilliant, right? And it's the little guy.
The little guy getting over. Come here.
Like, even just showing that the big guy got his jacket and he takes the little guy. It's so funny.
It's the writing. Yeah, it's just so good.
And then doing it just behind the
Look how small
the curtain.
Would you care to dance?
Pleasure.
The best reactions
I
ever.
changed my mind. I think we'll sit it out.
Oh, all right.
So at one point, Larry really loses
Your
his
dancing
shit.
is atrocious.
Oh, thank you. I couldn't dance a step last year.
Oh,
No, when somebody trips over it, she hits her head. Watch.
Don't go away. Wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, she really clocks herself, and it's real.
Is there a traffic light around here?
Oh,
right
that
there.
was
Oh,
it.
our neck.
Yeah.
Face plant.
Like, that's crazy.
Face plant.
I know it's that left pivot.
It was that
Let's
left
try
pivot.
it again.
Oh, good for her, though. Yeah. I hope they do that.
$50.
It's like the opening
Pardon
of
me.
Indiana Jones and the Temple
Are
of
you
Doom.
dancing?
Are you asking?
Yes, I'm asking.
And I'm dancing.
Look at Larry, man.
Yeah. I feel like he could have. If he wasn't with the Stooges, he could have had his own solo series.
Absolutely. Oh,
What?
Shave.
She's doing her makeup. He can shave. What is that? Like hot chocolate? Whipped cream?
we've done that a few times.
Yeah.
Hobo.
Oh, in the fast lane. In the fast lane, we cut together a bunch of different shaving bits. Didn't we?
Yeah.
Bud Jameson.
Thanks for the dance. And cut yourself a slice of throat.
Oh.
How would you describe that? I was trying to write that in a script. I don't know how you...
I'm caught!
My spittoon.
Hold on.
Hey, I want to too.
Pick out two. 1, 2. Ah!
Oh.
Look, I found a big one.
How do you figure that out?
Oh my God, it's not much for her.
Where were we? A Mascazino cherry.
You know, there's like this philosophy that film is reaction, right? And like that is correct.
Tricky.
Is just master of reaction. But so is Larry. So is Mo. Look at him.
I think the fact is that they
Hey.
would turn the camera on these two, and Larry was always
you drinking?
just sort of
Why,
squirrely,
shake me not.
and that's why he's brilliant.
Where's that bottle?
I don't know. Oh, there you are. Shall we dance?
Why, certainly.
There he is.
There he is.
Oof. Oh, this is
There he is.
this
Here
is
he
classic
comes.
Larry.
Here
Here
he
it is.
comes.
Here's the
Here he
moment.
comes.
Yep.
What happened here? So you didn't take the bottle,
That
eh?
was such a wow.
What else did you take? Come on.
That's a bit of a hardcore trick. Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, what was that you were trying to tell me on the
Oh,
dance
okay. So
floor?
I missed the moment. The moment's coming up with Larry. He's got a one moment.
We just saw a really good one.
Yeah,
with
but
the
I
slap.
think it's where's the dignity? It's gonna come up.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
You
Gee, I
must
hope there's a
believe
spring in that.
in the hypothesis of occult power.
Well, I guess so.
Look at this.
Oh, here we go.
Put your hands on my forehead. The other one. When I gaze into your burning eyes,
They gave up
I
having to
know
set
that
it
you
up
have
later.
studied the mystic powers of Brahma. Someday you will find the
Yeah.
eternal spring.
Find it, lady, I got it.
What are you going to do with it?
Get rid of it.
See the wire on it?
Yeah. How do you describe that? What do you do? Look at this giant woman. Who is this woman? This is brilliant.
She's not the oh I want a boyfriend girl, right?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
But this is.
They had to be pulling. Somebody had to pull him forward.
Yeah, they got somebody.
Wires.
Oh,
Somebody's
yeah.
off camera. He's hoisting them
My
up.
wager.
Wow. It's like however
This guy.
this was envisioned.
This is the first one.
It
First
came off
time.
so funny.
This is the first bedspread time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, would be used again.
Like
Like
3 or
this.
4 times.
3 little show and shows and making every steak with curly.
And Larry's in the back again. It's like, what's going on? Look at him in the back. I just wait for my turn.
That you know that was it. Shemp would do it in Hugs and Mugs, and Curly Joe would do it in
Slap her.
Have Rocky the Traveler.
What do you say, Dollface?
Oh!
Oh, a backbiter, eh? See that?
Here it is. Here
Hey,
it is.
where's your dignity?
Where's your
Spread
dignity?
out. Where's your dignity?
There it is.
Oh, I love when Larry says up the bar. Oh!
Holy
Well, here's your check, Professor Nichols. You certainly won the wager.
Well, that's very nice. Please forgive me, Mrs. Rich, for annoying you with these rowdies.
What do you mean, rowdies? Spread out.
Neck slaps.
Yeah. Oh.
Spread out.
Honestly, spread out has become a catchphrase.
By short 10, yeah.
Number 10. Spread
Right.
out.
He hit her in the stomach. And her
He
doing
pounded
curly.
her.
What is that little walk noise
My dear fellows, this is our punishment for associating with the hoi polloi.
Excellent.
Gentlemen, did you call? You see that?
See that? Spread out. Suddenly they've got trademarks.
Yeah, and the big woman's doing whoop, 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 whoop.
Ugh, amazing.
And that group scene.
Yeah.
I mean, it seemed like the last 3/4 of that short was that group scene, and it's done very, very well.
Yeah, that is peak comedy. I mean, it is absolutely, I think, absolutely perfectly executed.
Yep.
And literally from top to bottom. Like if there's a 1 through 10, this is a 15.
But I've got to say, this is the first one that I would say watch Larry, because he's not featured, but he's always on.
Yeah.
Always. He's in the background. He's doing this, and then he comes up and he has his moment.
And he
And
gets,
he gets pounded.
He gets slapped harder than I've ever seen. Even Curly gets slapped.
I think so too.
I think, yeah, maybe it is because he's not a Howard.
I wonder if Mo was just like, yeah.
Shut up.
And he never complained, and he did it the whole time. He was,
Yeah.
him and Mo stuck together after all that punishment. It's just a testament to, how great they all were. But Larry just really was the catalyst of making Mo and Curly who they are, and it's amazing.
Well,
That's a great short.
It is such a great short. I love watching Larry stand up to Mo at the end. I love the where's the dignity?
dignity?
And then Mo's like, whatever. And then where's the dignity? He says it again, and he just gets hit. And that whole stage thing with those guys hitting, like, it's hard to imagine them rehearsing it, right? Because it feels so natural, but it had to be rehearsed. It had to be, no? Or they just...
I just wonder if it's not like us.
Yeah.
We go, I'm going to give you this, and then I'll give you that, and then I'll give you this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many times some of those, especially the ladies and all that, would want to get hit over and over. So maybe they said,
I'm talking about with the boys. I'm talking about with that, like,
yeah.
I mean,
That
him
last
knocking Curly
bit,
down.
he knocked it. He gave him 5 hits, right? He gave him a whack, a don't, bump,
Right.
and very deliberate.
Why don't you show me how 5 hits is done? I mean, the audience would like to see.
You do
think so?
You do take a beating.
Okay, ready?
Oh! Huh.
6, I think, wasn't it?
What is it like?
Oh, it made me sick.
I gotta say, so there are moments I look at that, right, and I do think, like, it is so surreal just being here with you and thinking that's his grandfather.
That's his grandfather.
Yeah.
And like, what is that like?
It's
And especially not knowing him, right? Like what is looking at him, watching him? Like, is there, like, how do you connect with that?
well, I connect as a fan first, and then as I'm watching, I couldn't be prouder to know that, like, the comic genius that is ever one of the best that's ever walked this earth is. Our blood is the same, and the DNA is the same.
Because
it's amazing.
Chris, when you were a kid, you didn't know he was your grandfather.
No, not
and you
for a
would
while.
run home from school to watch Curly, right?
Yeah.
That was your thing.
My brother and I, we'd come home after school. Yeah, well, I was probably 6 years old until I found out, and we were watching the Stooges. I was probably 3 when I started actually, able to sit there and comprehend what I was watching. But for years, come home with the fellows after school and my brother, and then that one infamous night that I found out that was my grandfather. It was just crazy. And yeah, and even at, and it's just, and now, because we do so much stuff, so much Stooge stuff.
Yeah.
It doesn't really hit me like, it's not even about being related to a famous person. It's like, we're doing the Stooges all the time, and it feels like it's part of my life.
Yeah.
So that's I feel like I'm just connected with it.
Well, everything
that way.
with everything about Curly that amazes me is it is absolutely all natural.
Yes.
This is a guy who was a song and dance man. He
Right.
wasn't a comedy guy. It was only when Shemp stepped away that he said, "All right, I'll do this." Shaved his head, didn't want to.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think you can rehearse what Curly does. He is so spontaneous and so just brilliant.
Yeah, I think that is the key. That he is just naturally reacting. Like there's not a fake moment in that. And sometimes playing Curly, I remember doing a live show. I'd go back after stage and I'd just be like, oh God, why am I even trying this? And there was only one moment I remember, it was the last show we did, where I just felt like I was just Curly, and I don't know if because it was ending or whatever it was, but I didn't try to imitate him. I just tried to whatever it was, be that character, but I felt him channeling me.
No, and I remember, and you definitely were on a different level. You know,
it's weird.
You know, because after a while, you get worn down a little bit of being the guy that's getting beat up and whatever.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
You were just on a different level, and you look like you're having so much fun too.
Yeah.
In comparison to all the shows, you're having fun, but that particular show, you were definitely channeling him.
Right. I think what got me finally, and with Curly in particular, it's like, you want to emulate him, and it's like, oh, he said things just like this, and you try to repeat how he did it, and it was like, yeah, but if there was a take 2 or take 3, it would be different.
It would have been different.
Yeah, because he's not doing a bit. He's just being him. He's being his character anyway.
Even with the spring bit.
Yeah.
He's being hoisted up. He's just playing whatever happens.
Yeah, and you're seeing they're doing it wides, right? So it's not like
Right.
They got really good parts, so we need to keep that. So they did two close-ups.
Right.
No, their wides are like they look like they're one shot.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Even Mo, on like Mike Douglas, all those late interviews, he would say, "Hey, listen, when Babe went up on a line, he would just bark at us."
Yeah, right.
Or when he forgot his line, he dropped down and spun around on the ground. So that was true spontaneity.
Yeah, and
That's just genius.
And you pointed out something when he was doing like that, like, yeah, it's so. Like,
that'll show you.
Where did that come? Is that him? Is that him reacting? Was that rehearsed? Was that scripted? We might never know.
Being brothers,
never know, but
you think that's probably just how they came up. That's they probably did that when they were 10.
Right, and of course, I mean, I'm sure so much of this they did on stage for so long that they just kind of felt it. Well, anyway, for me, 15 out of 10 slaps. I think like that is a perfect. I've seen it so many times. I do not get bored of it. It's still funny.
I think it's the perfect setup. It's the perfect conceit for the Stooges.
Well,
because honestly, that is who they were.
Right.
They were the guys from the street showing the hoi polloi what for.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what the hoi polloi. Isn't that the guys on the street? Isn't that the...
No, the hoi polloi are the fancy pants.
Oh, I thought that hoi polloi
that's what we get for mixing with the hoi polloi.
Oh.
Yeah, fancies.
It's the other way around.
Well, I think that maybe that's one of the reasons they also resonate so, for so long.
100%.
They're the normal guys.
100%.
Right?
Anyway, I'm going to give it a 15-2.
Yeah. Are you really?
15-2.
Yeah.
At 15-2, I think that at number 10, they have matured into a brand.
Oh, yeah.
And you see so many trademark bits that everyone's adopting now.
It's true.
So they have become the Three Stooges.
You're true. And again, this is only number 10. Now, of course, they had done shorts and they had been practicing their bits, but for them to have such faith that the audience was going to get that these are who these guys are. I mean, you get it in the first 30 seconds of watching the Stooges.
And all I can imagine is that spread out was something that kids on the street were doing by now.
Yeah,
spread out. Because everybody does it. Spread out. You're spread out. You know what I mean?
The kids are all doing it.
The kids are all doing it. Plus doing this to their young brother.
Spread out.
Why, you?
All right. Well, so we'll see you for episode 11, which is
another classic.
Yeah.
This is
Boy,
also
these early ones,
15.
it's amazing. Yeah, it is. It is. So, all right, we'll see you for next one. 3 little beers. Nah.
Hey, Larry, help me write this sentence. I have went. That's wrong, isn't it? Yeah, it's wrong. But why is it wrong? You haven't went yet. Hey, didn't you go to school, stupid? Yeah, we came out the same way. Stupid. Well, here's 2 lessons for you. 1, 2. Now get it right. You ain't went yet. I'll make a note of it.